Hello and welcome to the P&L show. Hello, L, how are you?
Hi, P. I'm good.
It has been a while actually,
That's
isn't it?
true. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, and we are back as always. And we are here with some exciting things to speak about, I would say.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to speak about, L?
Oh my God, I didn't really prepare for this. If there's a video of this podcast, you would see that actually Mr. Pierre here is giving me some hints on what to say next. So yeah,
Mm,
it's apparently
all
today we're going
right.
to speak about the dangers of labels engraved since our childhood. So like the labels we put on ourselves as a child, or maybe what others put label us, not just our self label, but more of like how others label us as well. Like for example, oh, she's the kid who likes to eat, and then apparently it would shape you as an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, we, due to our education, due to how we were raised, but also where we were born, the culture, a lot of different factors, and could be also because of our classmates, if we were bored by our classmates, or like some at school, sometimes we don't have the nicest schoolmates, basically, and we get some labels, or like people put us in a box. They say, oh, you are just you will never be good at math, you are a poor kid, or you are just so bad at playing soccer, and then we believe in it our whole life. Or could be something like bad self-esteem, you cannot speak properly, and then if one day, maybe when we were younger we wanted to be a speaker, and because we heard that so many times, we just set a limiting belief that yes, I'm just a bad speaker, I will never speak in public, even when I need to speak to people or anyone, or if I have to meet, like, during an interview, or to meet someone important, I will always be so stressed because people used to give me that label, and we don't even think it's a label. Like, it has been engraved for so long that we just believe we are like that.
Yeah, unfortunately you mentioned that you have like classmates or schoolmates that are really not good, but unfortunately sometimes it's also the teachers and the adults you surround yourself with that actually label you as something that that they think you are, or how they perceive you, or maybe it's just how they think about you. It's really bad because as a kid you believe in adult people. You trust them that they would say the right things, like
Mm.
give you the right directions. And yeah, the people we surround ourselves with as a child is going to shape us as an adult. And like, for you, Pierre, have you been bullied ever by anyone when you were a kid?
Bullied, well, by at school a bit. I definitely did,
So what were they
but
what were they telling you? What were they saying?
not really about who I am.
More about
Actually,
what? Are we
I
unpacking
think I
traumas
was
today?
quite lucky. No, we are not. I was quite lucky actually, because, like, my mom raised my sister and I, so I have a sister actually, and a bit like Montessori education. Although she was not really aware of Montessori at that time, we had quite, yeah, I got something very very close, even maybe better than Montessori education. At school, I didn't like school. Um, some schoolmates were not really nice to me, but I didn't receive something like, "Oh, you are ugly, you are stupid. Not really, just like not just like not really nice. Sometimes
Like, what about? Because I'm about to share a few of mine.
like hitting a bit.
Really? Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
but
whoa. That kind of sounds a bit worse. Yeah, I feel
yeah,
like
but
name calling
it
is better
didn't
than.
label me. It didn't really label me, but yeah, a little bit like
What do you mean
those kind of
hitting? That's
things.
that's messed up. To be honest with you, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, doing the reset. I mean, doing
Recess time? Is it
the
like a
recess
playful
time.
hitting or just like full on assault?
No, it was okay. Like I was still fine, but yeah, those kind of things definitely. Um, but at primary, I mean, when I was at primary school, so I was after I was okay, but I was usually I don't really like to gather. Like I was a bit like by myself at that time. Like I just wanted to eat my snack alone and being like like I didn't want anyone to bother me. But by doing that, I was a little bit like the target because when you see a kid alone, he looks like a bit like I wasn't like the one the loud. I was definitely not the loud kid. So unfortunately, after I was a bit more, I was definitely more social later um, when I was in high school. But yeah, my teachers, I didn't have actually the best teachers as well. But I think I was bad in math, but that was a fact. Like I was just bad in math. I had bad score. So, but no one really told me, "Oh, you are not good at math." But I think my self-esteem is not the best, not because of school, not because of my parents, but because my parents, especially my mom, she doesn't have the best self-esteem, definitely not. And so, of course, it's not just what you are being told, but also what you see, and what you see for you, it's normal. So if you have parents with low self-esteem, although my dad, he probably has a high self-esteem, but I was mostly raised by my mom, although they are together, but my mom did all of the education, and I yeah, you just copy pretty much what you see all the time, and the behavior of your parents, the behavior of your sister as well, because my sister, she's older, and that's probably why I my self-esteem could have been better. And I think if my mom had a much better self-esteem, if she was more social, more to speak to like the neighbors directly and to be more louder, I would have got a better self-esteem.
Well, I don't
I'm
see that.
pretty
I
sure.
don't see you that way now. I feel like you have better self-esteem compared to me. I wasn't really bullied when I was
Mm.
young, but I do see a few kids being picked on, which is really bad because one of them actually, from all the bullying, he threw up his lunch, and it's like not lunch, but sorry, but it's the breakfast. And I
On
feel a bit
you?
bad, not on
Oh.
me, but like he just threw up his breakfast. It's because with all the bullying and all of the I don't know,
Mm.
it kind of is borderline assault, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, and now
Mm.
I feel sorry, and I'm actually thinking of my old classmate and how is he now. But I feel like he's better, I would
Mm.
say. But yeah, um, in a Filipino as in your school life in the Philippines, it's actually really chill, I would say. But to some, probably it isn't. Like the one I've mentioned before, my old classmate who was bullied. But
Mm.
me, like they have name callings, and I didn't really care. They used to call me a goat because apparently
A
I a
goat.
goat. Yes, yes. And now that I think about it, if you call me a goat, that's greatest of all time. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it changed completely. Like,
yeah. No, 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 no. It's just that when I think about it now, it's just they call me a
why?
goat, but then now it's viewed as the greatest of all time. So yeah, I'm the goat, all right. Yeah, but they call me a goat basically because I like chewing gums before, and it kind of sounds
What
like,
did you?
yeah, I did, yeah.
Mm.
But it wasn't really that often. Like, it wasn't really that often even to be labeled as a goat. I didn't really care. Like okay, like what does that do to me? Like I don't care. But then in the end, I am too self-aware, and I realized that not a lot of people really like me. Like,
So that's maybe it did impact your self-esteem now.
yeah,
When
that's
you
true.
want to speak to someone you don't know, you say, oh, anyway, that person will not like me. So automatically you close doors that you didn't open yet.
Yeah, but I kind of feel it though. Like that's a problem with being too self-aware. But like I shouldn't say they don't like me. It's just that they don't prefer me. Like like there's somebody that they want to hang out with better than me, and that's why I feel like that shaped the way I am now. Like I don't really keep up with my friends often, and like
Because you think they don't want to be bothered by you.
I think that they would rather talk to somebody else than me. And also, I'm a bit lazy. Like it's my fault as well. But yeah, so but it works out
Mm.
in the end. Like I'm living my life, and that's it. And hopefully, I will surround myself with people who would be happy to see me when they see me. And that's really one of the goals in life, to be honest. Like surrounding yourself with good people and surrounding yourself with people that are actually happy for you to be there.
Yeah,
And
the
yeah,
good ones for you,
and
not
good.
the ones that pull you down.
Yeah,
And some people would pull you down with with themselves and will be like toxic in the long term. So yeah, it's really important to be aware of this.
yeah, and the more you push yourselves to people that are you know not really for you, then it's more harmful to yourself. And it's not worth it in the end, I would say.
Mm. And let's go back to what you said about, I mean, for you, you think not a lot of people like you. Don't you think it's because you believe people don't like you? So automatically you behave in a way, maybe people think, oh, that person doesn't really look at me, or is a bit shy, so I will not speak to you, so to L. And then you believe, oh yeah, it does impact even more. You believe, oh yeah, people don't like me. But actually, it's because of the first impression you give, because automatically you believe those people will not like me. So I will probably not be I will not look that happy when I see new people because I know they will not like me anyway. So you will behave automatically like in more
Reserved way.
self-reserved way,
Yeah.
and then people will not speak to you too much because they have the feeling they may bother you, but you behave that way because you think they don't like you, and because you think no one likes you. I mean, it's not the case, but you think not a lot of people like you, and automatically your behavior, it's already not in the right way, and then people have the feeling you give signals to others, don't bother me, and then the others will not bother you, and then it will um, it will for you it will give a stronger signal that people don't like you. And it's a bit like a vicious circle.
I mean, not really. It's like when I say that people don't like me, it's based on observation. Like one of my workplace, I feel like not the people in that place doesn't really like me, and I'm right. I know I'm right, and I know I'm right. I know I'm
Maybe you
right.
have
Yeah,
to
and
get
they treat me differently. I can see that they treat me differently compared to the others who's the same position as me, and
maybe they're
so
scared about
they're
you.
not scared about me. They just don't like me, and like I feel like in the end I didn't do anything wrong. They just didn't like me, and I don't deserve to be exposed to people like this. It's because if they didn't like me in the first place and they treat me unfairly, they favor other people over me, and we're just doing the same job.
Mm.
For me, like I I I feel like I don't deserve to be associated with these types of people, you know. So, but saying that yeah, people don't like me, it's because of how I was treated actually, and how I see other people being treated while I was there, and then yeah, but I'm a bit reserved. That's true. When I meet new people, it's because I'm cautious about things, Yeah, it doesn't help that, my experiences is quite bad. Now I think about it, is it I'm the common denominator? Not a lot of people like me. So maybe it's just
Mm,
me. I don't know. It's my aura. Maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. My eyes kind of look a bit pissed for some reason. I don't know.
mm.
But yeah, so well, what can I do, It is what it is.
I mean, what's something important too is not to try to please everybody and to be friends with everybody, especially with the people that might put you down. It's better to have few friends, but friends that have a really good impact on you than trying to be friends with people that are too different from who you are. Me too, actually, especially before back at school. Um, you know directly some people are so different from you and share different values, and they could see that also with me. Or yeah, Pierre doesn't have the same values as me. Like in my case, just the way I dress up, probably, like at school, like with the troublemakers or kind of the bad boys. Well, we didn't have the same values, and in my case, I was always yeah, I always had a shirt, and always like my mom always um, dressed me quite well. So directly you see, oh, that's not, we are not on the same, like we are too different. And sometimes it's just the way you dress. It gives like signals or that person, even in the street, you can see to who you belong more to you, or sometimes just with a facial expression. Some people you can see, of course, sometimes you're not right, sometimes you are right, it depends, but you don't know why. You see some faces, oh yeah, that person looks really nice, that person looks really nice, really kind. I will probably get along well, and vice versa.
Let me just do a side note by saying that
Yeah.
Mr. Peer actually didn't dress well all his life. He has some photos of him.
Oh, that was when I was a teenager. After I decreased a
he
bit,
he declined
also
his
declined a bit. But
his
when I
his
was like,
fashion sense declined drastically in his teenage years. He was wearing jeans, these beaded necklaces that you only see people in vacation wear, and he has a tan for some reason, and he just wears a t-shirt and a hoodie.
yeah, true. There I was like,
He looks like a complete different
I
person.
was looking at myself again. I was like looking. When you're a teenager, you try to
But you dressed
rethink
like that when
again,
you were
and then you go
20s.
back to yes,
Yeah, but you were still
true.
dressing like that on your 20s. So I don't know. Something
I had a
turned.
late teenager stage, like
Yeah.
yeah,
So something happened in that stage of his life, and then he returned back to his, shirt face again. So yeah, but then that's like
yeah,
not part of the topic, but it's like
true.
something funny. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, again, it's funny because the label you we get, or the limiting beliefs we have built over time, can also be, yeah, like how we have been told to behave, or could be, I'm not sure if clothes does have an impact, and for me it didn't, because I love the way, I love the way I am, and I think it's really important to not be influenced by others, but we all have different kind of sensitivity there. Like sensitivity maybe is probably not the right term, but we might be more in some people might be more influenced by others than others. Like um I'm not sure for you, Elle. Do you think you get
Oh
influenced
no,
easily?
no, no, never.
Mm,
Because I feel like I don't know. I have my own thoughts,
mm,
and I don't really get influenced that easily. Like I have few friends who did other things compared to what I did. All I did
mm,
was watch, and I knew that I didn't like it. I knew that it wasn't for me. Although I shouldn't be dictating what they do because it's their life. But for me, it's like this is my life. So I this is something that I can't control. And so if I don't want it, then I don't do it. It's because I just don't want it. Okay, that's just easy. It is easy as it is for me. Like some people, oh, this and that. This is why I don't like, I don't like watching people who tend to influence, like people who tend to coach other people. It's because for me, I don't get um easily influenced or dictated.
Mm.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm really hard to recruit in a cult. So yeah, it's really hard to recruit me in a cult, because if I smell bullshit, then I say, yeah, no,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
a red
I will
flag.
go home.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just go home, and be by myself.
That's really important. I think also in terms of labels, because sometimes we are, someone put a label on us and we are not even, it looks like invisible for us. And then after it's too late, because over time, especially when we are very young, I think we feel it if it's not us or not. But again, like when someone says, "Oh, you are bad in math, you are bad in languages, you are bad in something," we would just believe forever. And that's nothing about our personality, our character. It's just, I'm bad with that, and that's it. Or I will never succeed, or I will never be rich, because we say we believe in that because no one else around us got rich, and so we just believe, yeah, I will not get rich. And usually, we our limit is the people we surround with, and that's also the problem. Sometimes we believe the people surrounding us don't put us down, but they might change our limiting beliefs in some areas of our life. And I would say the same, like the job you do. Sometimes you keep the same job over and over for so long just because you think you are just good at that kind of job, and you believe you are that job, like you associate yourself to that kind of job, and that's the worst, because it will be the hardest, not the worst for you. I mean, it's nothing about you being good or bad, but the worst in terms of you being able to detach yourself from that job and to be able to do something else if you want to. Because if we do a job we don't like, but just because we believe I am this title, and your identity become your job, that used to be the case before, like maybe 2 generations ago, maybe just 1 generation, depending of where you are from in the world. We were like, I don't know. In my case, I am a software engineer. It's me. I cannot be someone. I cannot do something else. I cannot open a cafe. I cannot be a barista because I am a software engineer. I am a teacher, and I have to be a teacher my whole life. I am a builder, and I have to be a builder my whole life because this is who I am. And that's something really, like, it's a trap basically, because we put the label builder on my forehead and we don't see any other ways to not be a builder anymore. And so automatically we close so many doors, because even if you want to study something else, you say, no, I will not be able to. I am a builder. And that's how everybody knows me. And sometimes some people also don't change because they believe their friends will maybe not like them anymore if they do another profession, or if they work for themselves, or if they do something completely different. They say, no, but my friends will not be my friends anymore because they like me also because I'm this kind of I do this kind of job, and I am the builder, I am the software engineer, I am the teacher. If I do something else, my colleagues will not like me anymore, and just because of that, they don't change. And if they don't like you anymore, if you do something else, it probably means they shouldn't be your friends. And some people don't like others to change because we are scared of changes, but also because maybe they might be jealous, or they want to the others will feel a bit guilty if someone change. They feel, oh, I want that person to not change, because otherwise it means I have now doubt that maybe what I do is not right either. And so they want to keep their other colleagues and friends to do the same thing for the entire life, for their entire life. So that you have to be, it's like a very dangerous trap, I would say. I'm not sure for you. I think for you, my Elle, I believe you might be, you might have been trapped, you believe, in that kind of beliefs
In
of
what sense? Like, for example, because
of
I feel
yeah,
like if the world is indeed my oyster, and if indeed I could do
yeah.
whatever the freak I want in my life.
You're a farmer doing oysters, you mean?
No, I mean, if the world is my oyster.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. Like, I'm not a
Wow.
farmer. Well, as an oyster, but that would be really nice. But yeah, if the world is indeed my oyster, I would do whatever the frick I want. It's nothing. Sometimes with me,
Mm,
it's nothing about, oh, I want to be staying in my job because they're no longer my friends. I don't really care.
mm,
You know, if living a life is not about paying bills, it's not about having responsibilities, keeping the lights on in your house, keeping the heater on in your house. If that isn't an issue with me, I would live in the woods, be by myself, travel every month. If money wasn't an issue, I wouldn't be working at all. I wouldn't I
mm.
wouldn't care what other people think of me. And this
Yeah.
is why I feel like some billionaires are just really weird. It's just they don't care and they can do whatever the frick they want. And
But at the end of the day, maybe everybody wants that, like not being like them, but don't care about others.
yeah, and
Just be shameless. I mean, shameless in that kind of
yeah,
sense.
unfortunately it's like we have to be in a society. I mean, we should be in a society actually, is because no man is an island. But sometimes, people have to be part of a society, working in a society is because it's a necessity. Like,
Mm,
they have to do it to be able to put food on the table, maybe, or to pay bills, to pay their children's school supplies, to buy clothes for their backs, and those things are like, oh yeah, now it forces you to be surrounded by people who you think that doesn't like you, and maybe in your case you're right. And like, and sometimes, like, they now you feel like people don't like you and things like that, and yeah, that's your view about yourself. But then maybe you're right. And but then you don't have a choice. It's because you have to keep coming back for that work because you need money. And that's the worst part. You spend all your life working, sleeping, and just a little time for yourself, because
after,
some of your time you spent eating, some of
mm,
your time you spent traveling, and you have no time for hobbies, and then you have
commute.
shitty colleagues. I
Mm,
mean, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
that's so hard. Like, it's so hard. It's because you have to do all these things. You don't like your colleagues because they're shitty. Well, so
Or
many
just
bad
to
words.
put you down,
They put you down, okay? But I
even
feel like
though they don't do it on purpose, but
sometimes
unconsciously, sometimes on
sometimes they do it
purpose,
on purpose. It's because they're
sometimes
just
not.
horrible. And like, it's really hard to just leave. It's because,
Mm,
and you have to put up with that. It's
you're
so
stuck.
stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
true.
now you think, oh, people don't like me because, like, who you
Mm.
surround yourself with. And maybe my teacher was right when I was in elementary, that nobody's gonna like me, and I'm going
And
to
then we
amount.
doubt,
Yeah.
and our days reflect our doubt.
Yeah. And and then after that, all the stress, you started to lose your hair, and now you have pimples, and you have low self-esteem. It's like a really vicious cycle.
Vicious, yeah.
It's so vicious. It's like, it's funny how some things are fixed with just a little money that you have.
Mm.
Because, if you had like something to fall back on, like not have a job for 3 months and just go job hunting, or maybe you're not, or maybe you're just a permanent resident in a country, then you have more benefits, you have more healthcare benefits.
True, yeah.
You can stay in a country and not not be threatened to be kicked out of the country,
Mm.
and those things give you peace of mind. And
Peace
peace of
of
mind
mind, yeah.
is I feel like the ultimate goal in life. For me, I want some peace and quiet,
Mm.
and then, yeah. So it's like a vicious cycle. It's just a cycle. We do this one. We do work 5 days a week. We have we have two days, Saturday and Sunday, the weekend break from work, and then we have to do it all over again. And then you work with colleagues that are not nice, and it's so hard. To all those people who are experiencing the same thing as I am, maybe if you are in a better situation as me, maybe it's time to quit. It's not worth it. Let me tell you that it's not worth it. Well, maybe in some case, it's not one size fits all, but for me it's really not worth it, especially when you have a kid. It's not one size fits all, because sometimes you have to keep a job just to, like, because it's not just you, it's also the kids in the family. but then
Indeed.
but then
And
if
you have
nothing is stopping you, it's not worth it. Quit quit now. Okay. If 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 I was free, I would have quit a long time ago, but no, I'm not. So yeah. So wow,
mm,
this is a topic about this is a topic about how as a child, like, how people view you is going to affect you. Really, in my case, I don't really care what happened when I was a child. Like, they told me I was a goat. Yeah, they were right, because I'm the greatest of all time. But
that's really good. You
yeah,
I mean, you made
I didn't
that.
make that up. Actually, it's the
No,
internet who
no,
made it up.
but you changed to your benefits,
Yeah, of
basically.
course. I really care what other people
Yeah.
think about me. If I had the shmoney, oh yeah, that would be a few shmoney. Like,
Mm.
I would have lived in the woods by now. Traveled to Bahamas and go kiss the pigs in the sea. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. I would do all those things. And you
And
know,
I'm sure you will be
N-
able to.
now and
Yeah.
and think about it. If you have the shmoney, okay, I don't know why I'm saying shmoney, but if you have the shmoney, would you really care about what those bullies who said to you 10 years ago? Would it really matter to you? No, it wouldn't. It's because you would be living the best life. As a conclusion, we need money.
Well, I mean, money is not the solution to everything.
That's true.
But yeah, that was a really amazing and intense talk. El, that was really good. And I do agree. Of course, now you have some more sensitive people of or the level of how they were being bored at school. I mean, what happened maybe, or sometimes it's like the family. The family is like not good. Parents don't care, or they were
Cut that family
abandoned.
off. Cut it off.
It's not easy, especially the ones who got a really harsh time when they were young. And now, going back to what I was saying about your job, imagine your only friends are your colleagues, and for you, you are what your job title is. And so you don't like your job, but you know that by leaving your job, you will have no friends. Maybe even your partner is also working in the same company or the same field as you. And you know that if you do something else, maybe your parents will be disappointed. Your partner will be disappointed. You will lose your friends. I know in some kind of, like, if you're a doctor, I know, like, doctor is like, it's a little bit like a everybody, like, they speak a different language, or maybe if you're a lawyer too, or I think almost in all jobs you have that kind of different mindset. And I know, like, sales people are also a bit like this too. They gather together, they share maybe slightly different beliefs. And if you want to go if you want to leave that kind of job to do something completely different, maybe to earn way less, just to be in a farm by yourself, they will see what you do as something silly. And of course, what you want is people to support you, because if it's your dream, you should do it. But it's not easy. And we want to belong to a tribe, to a group. And this is like something we really have as a human. It's like a human sense. We want to belong to something. We want to be in a group. We don't want to be left alone. And it's hard sometimes to make this kind of decision. And again, it's a little bit like a label we have. I am this. I am a doctor. I am a builder. I am a software engineer. I am a bartender. I cannot do something else. But again, it's your life, and your life, it's only yours. And if we are a bit like, I don't care of others, I know you, Elle, and myself, we are a bit like this. Like we don't pay too much attention of what others think of us. But some others are like, for them, if people think bad things about themselves, it's like the end. They are really depressed. That's It can be quite tricky.
If you have the means to just quit your job and be a farmer, get paid less, but if you have the means and you that's what you really wanted to do and your friends don't support you, you need new friends. Okay? You need people that support you in doing what you love, you know? Those people actually contribute in the society too. It's nothing about and you are the priority number one. So you satisfy yourself. Don't satisfy other people. It's because you for yourself is the only person that matters. So this is me encouraging
True.
people. If you have the means, right now maybe you don't, but in the future maybe you will have the means. Then just do it. I
Mm.
wish I could do it too, but right now I don't have the means, and that's the reality of some people, and that's okay because in the future we might be able to have the means, and then we will do the same thing. We'll be happy, and that's the ultimate goal: be happy and peace of mind.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it's like I was looking at my notes now. When you believe you are not an intellectual person, it doesn't mean you are not intellectual. It's just the way you see yourself. But if you want to, you can be. Again, like the only limit that exists is your own limit, the limit you set by yourself, the invisible limit.
I think I'm a dumbass, to be honest with you, but even dumbasses deserves to be happy, you know.
True.
And we are smart enough to know what will make us happy. So yeah, even though I perceive myself as a dumbass, does it really matter? Because all I want is to be happy.
But again, don't perceive yourself, perceive the way you want to be perceived. But indeed, the goal of life is to be happy.
Yes, be happy.
And be careful to your mental conditioning. I mean, the way you are being conditioned. I'm not sure if I said properly, but basically, like sometimes we have been brainwashed, and it does dictate what we do and the decisions we make daily, and also the thoughts, our headspace, our our peace, our soul. So it's very important. If you don't like your life, just question yourself. What can I change that can already improve by 2% my life today? And what can I do tomorrow, and the day after, and the week after, and so on?
That's true. And yeah, don't be influenced. Don't join a cult. It's gonna ruin your life. That's not speaking from experience, but I already know. I've heard a lot of podcasts from Stephanie Sue to know
Mm.
enough. Don't join a cult. Just because you feel lonely, you feel alone, still
Yeah.
don't join a cult.
Usually, like when you feel weak, is when you make those kind of, you know, it's
Kind
you
of
see something
strange
that look really
decisions.
good,
Yeah.
and you see, oh, that people look happy there, and from outside it looks like, wow, yeah, it looks like the best opportunity. Why
Solidarity.
other people don't do that? And then after, it's very hard to go back to the life you had before, because like maybe you will not have any belongings, you will not even have any money anymore, because you will be part of like those kind of self-sufficient kind of life. I'm not sure, I'm not a specialist, but yeah, like it's very usually weak people are like, okay, I'm so depressed, and then the feelings take over your logical way of thinking, and because your emotions take over, you don't necessarily take the wise decision.
Yeah. And for the people who are being abused, who have been who have been drilled into their head that they're not worth it and things like that. They're just lying to you. Leave that son of a bitch. Sorry. Leave that son of a bitch or that woman. They're not worth it. Okay? Nobody's worth it. You are worth it. Okay? I kind of sound like a cult now. Like that kind of sound like a bit of a cult. I am not. Okay? I'm just telling you and I'm just encouraging you that you can do it. Okay? Okay? No, this is not a cult. Okay? I'm just saying. Like because those people are also bringing you down and they're just gaslighting you into thinking that okay, you're not worth it and you're not gonna make it, but no, you can make it. Pack that bag, get their money, yeah, because you cannot deserve compensation for being abused. But yeah, take their money, drain their bank account. Just kidding. That kind of sounds a bit of a crime, but yeah, yeah, just leave.
Mm.
Yeah, who cares? Like you will find somebody better. Like there are billions of people out here, and for sure there are better people and more, like more not more, but like overall better people to be with, better company,
Mm.
yeah. So
Even just adopt a pet. That would be a good company, I would
yeah,
say.
that would be a good company. And also we are not
A nice pet.
we are also not disregarding people who actually like um earning money. Well, we're going back and forth with this topic, but with the job as well. Like if you like earning money and it makes you feel peace at all, then don't quit. Do
Mm.
that dang job and get that money. Like do what you want to do is what I'm basically trying to, but don't try to quote, okay? Anyway, I'm starting to not make sense right now.
No, that's okay. We are the end anyway of this amazing PNL show. And lastly, I wanted to speak about, I know that some people, they always limit themselves because they believe they are either stupid, ugly, or those kinds of things. And
Yes, I
you have to
am.
believe everybody is beautiful. Even if you believe you are ugly, no, everybody is beautiful their own way, and everybody is beautiful. It's just a matter of what means beautiful and ugly. It's like sometimes you see a house, you say, "Oh, this house is nice. That house is ugly." Maybe it's not the best comparison, but it's still like no one is ugly, and everybody is beautiful. And the same, stupid, it doesn't mean anything. Like stupid in what? We are all good in our own stuff.
That's true. Like, you could be not good in something, but then you're better at something.
Yeah,
So basically, we're all just stupid in something and smarter at one thing. Okay? So actually, we're all stupid and
exactly.
smart at the same time.
No way.
So yeah.
And the more we practice in something, it's if we always look how can I be better tomorrow in what I do. So I cook every day. I practice a lot, but if I don't seek for, if I'm not looking to improve what I do, I will always be the same. But if every day I practice in something and I always try to be better than the day before, I will be the best at what I'm doing.
That's
Like
true.
if every day I write something and every day I try to use different words and to have my writing to make more sense, after I will be excellent at what I do. But at the beginning I was nowhere. But just like practicing it. And especially if you enjoy what you do, you will spend more time by definition because it's kind of a passion. If you're passionate, you will have an unfair advantage. And so by definition, over time, you will be excellent.
That's true.
All
Indeed.
right. Do you have anything to add, Elle?
For now, I feel like I ranted too much and now I'm not making any sense. So yeah, that's all for me.
Beautiful. It's the same for me. And I really enjoyed sharing those kind of thoughts. It was more like, I would say, more like less prepared show this time,
It's a
but it's
casual one this time.
more casual
We
one
shouldn't be taking
indeed.
ourselves seriously, to be honest.
No, what we said, well, we were serious.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, we what I mean is like we're serious with what we're saying, but then like how we present it, like
But more casual
yeah, a
words and more
casual word. Yeah,
casual
this
speaking.
is not. Yeah, it's not serious. Anyway, it's good practice as well for casual speaking.
Exactly, I completely agree. So see you next time and enjoy your day. And again, believe in yourself.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.